Welcome to William Switzer Park, home of the Beaver Ranch.
Today on the Learning Railway, we're going to be following Amy and Megan as they tour us through the beaver ranches at William Switzer Park.
So here at Switzer Park, we have two different beaver ranches, so two separate enterprises that were both started after the Second World War.
In 1946, Lieutenant Colonel Alan Ines Taylor, as well as Flight Lieutenant Stanley Knapp, received veteran assistant funding to each start their own beaver ranch.
The people who built them thought they could make a quick buck raising beavers and selling their pelts. Unfortunately, that was a huge disaster. There were a few reasons why the beaver ranch failed. First and foremost, which the ranchers did not take into consideration, was that beavers mate for life. So when they brought the beavers here, they were mixing in different males and females into different pens. But because those weren't their chosen mates, there was no offspring, which is quite unfortunate. The second reason it failed as well was because the pipes froze in the winter. So these concrete bunkers are remnants of one of two beaver ranches in the area. The other one is just down the road. So these are where they would house the beavers. So they would have an area here where the beaver could nest and raise their offspring. And down below you can see a little pathway underneath, which will go to a beaver run that they would have, where they would also feed the beaver willow and other shrubbery.
The beaver ranch owned by Stanley Knapp could contain to 20 beavers, whereas the ranch owned by Alan Ines Taylor could contain upwards of 80 beavers.
Beavers are ecosystem engineers. They create their own environment that they live in. So something that's prefabricated for them is actually not really good for their nature. So we do have to wonder if the enterprises hadn't failed so quickly within a year for both of them, what would have happened to the beavers? Would they have become kind of listless when they can't create their own homes?
Thanks for watching this edition of the Learning Railway for Beaver Week. Special thanks to Amy and Megan for their tour. Thanks to our sponsors, Beaver Tails in Jasper, Lynx Creek Oilfield Services, and High Caliber Sports in Hinton. If you enjoyed this video, please consider making a small donation on our website at northernrockiesmuseum.com.